It's the Ron and Fez Show. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. I'm all wrapped around this chair here, lettuce wraps.
See, now that's a nickname that'll stick. When someone starts yelling out what you eat in a restaurant, it'll eventually stick to you.
Not a restaurant, my friend. It was a bar.
Well, it was a sports bar. It had food in it.
Thank you.
It
A
had
sports bar.
It had, I believe, more than a couple of pages of menu.
But a sports bar, can we at least agree, is not the place to order lettuce wraps? Let's say this. If you and your mom and your sisters, you're all at California Pizza Kitchen, and you tell them that you want to watch your hips, yes, you're going to have lettuce wraps. But a sports bar, probably the third most manly place that we have in life, and you don't have lettuce wraps there.
Well, I think it's a finger food. I think so. I think that kind of puts it as a sports bar food.
Then why were you ashamed? Would you have been ashamed if someone said, "Hey, look, he's eating potato skins. Hey, look, he's having cheese sticks"? You were ashamed.
Yes, I'm embarrassed because I don't like people pointing out my food to me or the rest of the place.
All right, there's three places in life that are obnoxiously manly. I put sports bars at third.
Mm-hmm.
Two is the cigar bar, which is like, all right, we're having cigars, so now I have to sit on this giant leather couch underneath the fucking lion's head. But even worse than that, even so ridiculously manly, is the steakhouse. When you're into the steakhouse, they have... You'll never go to a steakhouse and it's light paneled. Everything is just this real dark wood with this giant knife. And for some reason, between the steakhouse and the cigar bar, you really would expect it to be the club from... that Trading Places, where Mortimer have everybody check each other's pockets. It really gives off that kind of a vibe. So you can't eat lettuce wraps there without getting your fucking stones busted.
See, I think you would be able to, since they are a handheld food.
Then why were you ashamed?
Because I didn't want it announced to everyone.
Why not then? If you can get away with it, would you have been ashamed of, hey, look, Fez is eating a pork chop? Everybody would have been fine, and you'd been like this. Oh, yeah, call me pork chop. Look like I got a nickname. But you don't want to be called lettuce wraps.
No, and lettuce wrap, here's another thing. It's a bar food because it's a messy food. It can fall apart easily, which is another reason why you don't want everyone's eyes on you, why the things that you put inside your lettuce are falling out on your lap.
Is it a manly food?
Probably not. Not with the lettuce part.
Thank you.
Might as well have gotten carrot sticks.
Exactly.
It came with shredded carrots.
Ugh.
What was in there altogether?
It was the lettuce, of course, that you were going to eventually wrap. It was a grilled chicken, a peanut sauce. I think there was some sprouts and carrots, and maybe some sliced cucumber to put on it, too, to wrap it all up in the lettuce.
Hey, Chris, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hey, lettuce wrap, would you rather have a nickname associated with what you eat at a bar or what you eat in your personal life?
All right, that's no one's business right now. And he's trying to deal with that. Here's Fred. Fred, you're on the Ron and Fez Show. Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
I think the best place to be more manly is like a whorehouse.
A whorehouse is like crappy manly, but the steakhouse and, of course, the cigar bar is where you're supposed to be a fine gentleman. And both those places, if you noticed, you're supposed to be like Paulie from fucking Goodfellas, where you don't hurry for nothing. You're supposed to just barely move in those places. You're supposed to lounge around, take your time, not sit and have a little lettuce wrap with ladies.
And you really should have a waiter there instead of a waitress. It seems like a waiter hauls out the steak.
Dude, have you ever seen a waitress in a real steakhouse? Never. You get 80-year-old men.
What about a golf country club?
Yeah, that definitely is, but that's also a little pussy at the same time. But yeah, they definitely do. Again, you get in the shower. You need to sit on a fucking leather couch when you get out.
Naked.
And they have that. They have those real old school talcums and shit in there. And what's that like? That fucking hair thing.
Like a tonic or something. I think they call
but
it.
what's the name of it? It's always the same name.
Clubman?
Yeah, it might be Clubman. I think you're right. Comes like it's green and white.
Right,
And you
yeah.
don't see it anywhere outside of a fucking clubhouse.
And they watch C-SPAN. I see those guys all the time.
It's always, yeah.
My parents belong to a country club. It just sucks. I hate going there.
Here is, let's go over here to David. David, you're on the, whoops, let me try again. David, go ahead, pal.
Hey, Ronnie B. Hey, I have the same ingredients that says just described. I left that same shit out for the Easter Bunny on Sunday. See ya!
There is nothing wrong with having a lettuce wrap.
Then why were you ashamed? If you would have said, hey, I'm having a lettuce wrap and I'm cool with it, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But now you accuse somebody who never drinks of being an alcoholic for saying, look, Fez is shoving a lettuce wrap in his girl mouth.
That person was smashed that night. Absolutely wasted.
Teetotaler at best.
I was there.
Yeah. What do you
Walked the
think?
line. They walked the line perfectly.
How would you know? You're always trashed.
I was there.
Well, look, lettuce wrap, not everybody's as healthy as you. Sometimes people like to have a drink.
Yeah. Don't forget, that was a night of medieval times. We were all very sober that night.
One of the less manly places.
Roger, you're on Fez.
Shop.
I'm sorry, we can't hear you, Roger.
Oh, I was saying, how about the barber shop?
The old school barbershop, yes. The old school barbershop,
Yeah, no, you can't do the salon.
yeah. And I will also say this. The Playboy Mansion in Chicago, but not necessarily the one in L.A. The Playboy Mansion in Chicago, real old school manly. The one in L.A., Michael J. Fox would have been very happy dropping by.
I think you got to throw bowling alley in there. It's all drink holders. It's designed. It's a game designed around drinking.
Yeah, but women play. I mean, if you go to a bowling alley, I would say 50% of the people there are women.
And bowling alleys now, they're like clubs.
Yeah.
It's just bizarre. It's like it's going out to a club. There's like trendy bars. It's trendy bars in there and expensive beer.
Now, pool hall, still a manly place. Bowling alley is, they drop the lights and they try to disco it up, and it's kind of fucking, oh, look, the fucking pins are all different colors.
Do social clubs still exist? Because I see some in my neighborhood. They seem like old Mexicans watching soccer.
Well, yeah, I mean, the ones in, they do exist. Normally, it's only old men. Most of, the younger guys get arrested for whatever, Oh, we're just a social club. Let me go over here to Michelle. Michelle, we're talking about things that are overly masculine.
Well, I was wondering what could be more scarily manly than a stadium during a football game?
Not anymore. It used to be, but now it is a place for face painters. A football game used to have the same exact feeling of a big fight, where you would be able to see guys showing up. They'd be loaded on scotch. They'd be smoking cigars. Now you go to a football game. They're wearing their team colors like they're in the fucking pep club.
Yeah.
They're making lettuce wraps for each other. They're painting each other's faces. And then they're saying, let's leave early so we can beat the traffic.
Well, when did guys start wearing hats, like the actual old school hat? Whereas when you see pictures of the guys in the 40s and 50s, obviously every single guy had a hat.
They claim that it was ruined by JFK. That in 1960 he was a guy who didn't wear a hat when he went outside. So the men in the country stopped doing it.
Oh, wow.
And when that happened, they said as the hat stopped being worn, men started to grow, their penises were turning into vaginas. And that's where we are right now.
Yeah, because when you see the old school, sports stadiums, guys wore suits. It was the best.
Yeah,
back
suit
then.
got worn everywhere. On an airplane, everything.
That's I think that's kind of cool. I don't know. I like the whole dress up aspect of it. It makes you take things more seriously.
It's cool.
Yeah.
A hat fucking works. And we're not talking about a baseball cap. That's something that your son should wear.
That's
You
why I
know?
don't wear one.
Yeah, that looks like something that, yes, if you're Ron Darling and you're playing in the major leagues, put a fucking hat on.
I already have red hair. I don't need the little baseball cap. Hi, how are you, Mr. Darling?
Oh, look, this is how fucked up we are now. Tea Party protest.
Yeah, apparently like 300 of them going on across the country today.
Yeah, but about 300 people apiece. We're not exactly looking at Woodstock numbers.
And nobody's chanting. Everyone's just standing around basically having their coffee.
They have representation. What are they complaining about?
They're saying President Obama must stop tax breaks to corporations that ship jobs overseas. All right, I agree, but the guy's been there for what, 3 months? This has been going on for fucking 30 years. I mean, you didn't suddenly... Did the government just get gigantic in the last couple of months?
That's what the Tea Partiers think.
I turned Anthony on to watch Hannity last night, and Hannity's fucking shrieky. Oh, oh, they're taking away our rights. You're like, what? It's just getting started. Here... Dude, I'm going to have these fucking phones fixed so we can't go back to them. I mean, there's always... I can't just sit here and hit this one little thing. Here's... it's our good buddy Arch.
Hey, Fezzi, was that cucumber whole?
The cucumber was sliced, Arch.
Sliced diagonally or lengthwise or...
Very thinly.
Like a Jew? Fezzi,
It was
why
circumcised.
are you ashamed that you got caught eating lettuce wraps?
I am not ashamed to eat lettuce wraps.
Then why do you have a problem with people saying it?
Because whatever I was eating, if it was announced to the crowd, then people are turning and looking at me, and I worry if I have food on my face, that I spill it on my shirt. Am I making a pig out of myself?
Is there anybody there you didn't consider a friend?
No, I knew just about everybody there.
So what could happen?
Plus, we had
Have you ever eaten with us? We cover ourselves in food.
Does he know how drunk we were? How fucked up we were? Anthony was there. He was even... I mean, everyone was fucked up.
If Anthony was there, everyone was partying.
But it was after Ron, it was after the medieval times. The last thing people care about is a guy sitting there at the corner eating lettuce wraps. They just wanted to know what he was eating.
It's like pee shyness. If someone draws attention to me in the bathroom, I'm not going to be able to go.
But if someone said, Dave, what are you having, a lettuce wrap? Be like, yeah. That's right.
That isn't what happened. That is, someone didn't come up to me and said, hey, are you having a lettuce wrap? It was lettuce wraps.
No,
like the town crier with a bell going down the street, lettuce crap.
Fezzi, in all due respect,
That is crap.
I saw it happen. The person
You
came
see it go
over.
down?
The person came over and said, what are you having? Before he said lettuce wraps, Fez said, mind your own business. Which is really
That's
defensive.
so not how it
I
happened,
swear to God.
you red-headed liar.
Right,
All right, let's not attack personal appearances.
I swear. And then after you said that, then the chant of lettuce wraps filled the hall.
Let me ask you something, Fezzi. This lettuce wrap. Have a sack fucking hanging at the end one end?
There was no sack on my wrap.
Because you might have been sucking on a cock.
That was not it. It was a lettuce wrap with
This lettuce
Thai
wrap.
chicken.
This lettuce wrap. Mm-hmm. Any pubes?
No, it
Because you
had,
might have been chewing on a cock over there.
there was no pubes. It was not a cock. It was a lettuce wrap.
Did the last wrap squirt cum?
No.
Why are you
There was
answering
peanut
these-
sauce.
Why are you asking these questions seriously? No, it did not. That was peanut sauce.
There was no semen in my last wrap. I would have complained.